way to go also to speak to a gentleman who was an insurance broker to turn himself to become an entrepreneur which deals with biogas and biofuel, with all type of construction, this is plumbing and whatever. Called Mr. Adam.
My name is Adams Ibrahim Yoda, a graduate from the University for Development Studies and Natural Science graduate. I entered into this field for some years now. I'm actually based in Ahafo region of Ghana, Goso to be precise.
What motivates you to go into this trade?
Yeah, actually I entered into the field of biofuel and biogas construction after being working with an insurance company close to 3 years as a data analyst. So after the first 1.5 years, I realized my life wasn't changing. My life was still the same with all those sitting by the computer for hours. My life wasn't changing. So I joined a US-based entrepreneurship program in the year 2018. So when I joined, I realized entrepreneurship is the key to developmental success.
So you decided to join entrepreneurship. What's the challenges?
Yeah, actually, to be an entrepreneur, you have to have some specific qualities. You know, you can't just enter into something without having the background, without having the knowledge. And as you start, you face challenges. You might not get customers, people will not buy your idea, but with determination, you know what you are doing. If people discourage you, don't give up. You have to keep on.
What is exactly, people may say biogas, biofuel or something, biogas or biofuel. People don't know what biogas is. I don't actually know it into details. Is it about building a house or is it about producing gas or so? So you need to explain that to people.
Thank you very much for this question. Yes, actually it is in twofold. You have the biofuel or the biodigester and the biogas. So basically,
it's about three.
It's two things. Biofuel or biodigester is one, and the biogas is also another thing. Now, if you talk of the biofuel or biodigester, it is the modern form of the septic tank. Locally, we say the manhole. The modern form of the septic tank. Unlike you have to build, after you have finished building your house, you have to dig a very big manhole. Yes, a manhole for about more than 10 feet. Even the minimum is 10 feet. But there is a modern technology whereby you have to dig a very small, at times 2 feet. It's okay enough. So the system is an enclosed chamber that uses organic materials. So biologically, when you flush out toilet, the system will take out the toilet, whereby it will filter the toilet. The toilet will remain suspension in the digester, and the water will come away as a clean water. So the toilet inside will decompose, will be decomposing. The approach is like eating food into your stomach. The food is inside your stomach. There are some microorganisms that breaks down the food in our stomach. So the system also breaks down the food, the toilet inside the digester. That you said, we said, that's why we said it's a digester.
So, but you say you are a science student.
Yes.
How did you become a insurance broker?
Okay, you know, the insurance I did is that with actuarial science, the background I have, it is basically statistical background, and it is a branch of statistics that deals with insurance analysis, insurance, other indemnification of rights, like anything in indemnification of the pecuniary. Those people who, what do you call it, who are into risk analysis, risk theory. So that is how it made me into insurance. Because as soon as you do this course, you have the insurance background, and I did internships with companies in Accra that motivated me to be in the insurance sector. So after school, I tried to get recruited into the government or the private institution. I tried several times, which was futile. upon years upon years. So in 2016, I joined an insurance company. April 2016, I joined an insurance company. So in a year time, I realized my life wasn't changing. I keep struggling. I wasn't making any impact.
In Accra?
In Accra.
The city?
The city. I wasn't making any impact. I realized that there are some folks who are graduated who were also struggling. Few were trying to get work to do. So I tried to say, okay, why can't I create something to earn a living, to make myself, because I am the elderly among my brothers.
Siblings.
Yes. So I tried to actually make an impact. That is how in 2018 I tried several times. So I joined a program called Young African Leadership Initiative by the USAID. So when I joined this program, I learned this entrepreneurship. So over there, I realized that I'm wasting my time with the insurance company.
All these things happen in Accra.
All these things happen in Accra. So I took it a bold decision to resign from my work.
Without having any?
Without having anything. So I took it a bold decision that if I resign, whether good or bad, I know I'm going to struggle, I'm going to suffer, but one day I'll make it.
What about the other one, the biogas? First you were processing the biofuel. What about the biogas? Explain it a bit.
Yeah, biogas is also the another form of that. It uses the same approach, but this one, it is more a little advanced than the biofuel. Unlike the biogas, it is also an enclosed chamber where you build. So it uses a process called anaerobic respiration. It breaks down waste anaerobically without the presence of oxygen. So naturally, anything that ferments produces gas. Whether it's been food item, whether it's been waste, anything that can ferment produces gas.
Yeah.
So if you have an enclosed chamber whereby there is a toilet inside, this enclosed chamber contains microbes. As soon as you flush toilet, it is fermenting. So as it's fermenting, like you have our public toilet,
yeah,
you go in the afternoon, you see that there is some heat coming out. Those things are gas, but we don't know how to use this gas to operate. That is how. Like if I break it down, if you come to our local communities, our farms, if we harvest cocoa, the wheating. Yes, that is how I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you harvest cocoa, 4 to 5 days time, if you are going to bring it into the house to dry, you see that there is a heat that comes out. Mm-hmm. That heat is a gas, but you don't know how to put it together.
Is it the same gas that we can use it to cook?
Yes,
something like
we can use that gas to cook fantastically. It will work. There is a process we call a Disufficient. It will filter the gas, and it will be a clean gas. And the one importance of that gas is that it doesn't explode. So let's assume that you have your house. You have 4 or 5 bedrooms. We can do a domestic biogas for you. You can use this biogas, and as soon as you start using, you have an external chamber outside for you, whereby if you finish cooking, the waste cabbage, the waste tomato, the waste those things, you will not pour it away. You pour it into that chamber. So as soon as it is fermenting, it will also go into the tank, the dome, the thing you have built.
So you are trying to say that if someone build a house or building a house like a new construction, are they the only people who can do that, or it's anyone that have his own house, even if it's old house, you can do that for them?
Yes, a house, any house at all can be built.
So, and you are trying to explain it in a way that then people can use that gas. I'm interested in that. That's why I'm asking this question again. People can use that gas to cook.
Yes.
To warm their water.
Exactly. To cook any kind of food you want.
Interesting. Okay.
So let me go a little bit about the gas. Mm-hmm. So as soon as the waste gets into the dome, the structure you have built, mm-hmm, we normally build it in a round form. We have the reason why we do it in a round form, because Even the gas we sell, the cylinder we sell,
it's round.
It's round.
Yeah.
So
the one we put in.
Yes.
It's
The
round.
reason why it is round is such that if it is round, if the gas is always concentrated, circulating in the center, so that there will not be any breakage. You can make it a square form, but if you use the gas, it will be breaking. That is why we have the approach that as soon as it is round, if the gas is moving round, it is moving round inside. So it is always, there is a force that is making it move round. It's always in the center. So always there is a free flow of gas. So afterwards, after it is being constructed, we have the main chamber, we have an expansion chamber, and the wastewater will also pass through a place. So as soon as the wastewater passes, something will filter the water, and the water will go as a clean water, which doesn't smell and which has no environmental impact. All the materials, what do you call the enzymes? These enzymes are organic. It is not harmful to human, and it has been approved by the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency of Ghana.
So that you can use.
We can use it. It is not toxic. And one fantastic aspect of the whole show is that it is a small nature. Unlike the biofuel, within 3 days you are finished constructing. Like you can also use 1 week to construct a biogas for you. Everything is done. So as soon as you start using, for let's say 2 months or up to 2 months, you realize that we will empower it in such a way that you can start using your gas. We have a balloon whereby we can store the gas inside. We have a leather balloon, something we store the this inside. We don't put this one into the cylinder we use. We have another way we process it.
Okay, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
So do you want to say that, I mean, if people want a biogas or biofuel toilet, they can come to you?
Exactly.
All over Ghana?
All over Ghana. As I started these initiatives, I never knew Togo. I never knew Burkina Faso. I never knew Benin.
So you can travel anywhere?
So through this work, I have colleagues in Togo, Benin, and in Burkina Faso. Okay. I've been in Togo, for instance, for about 4 consecutive times. I traveled to Togo in and out. I know Benin through my influence with friends, yes, which we are looking for a very big contract. I also know Ouagadougou. I've traveled to Ouagadougou, worked there in some of the areas.
That's Burkina Faso.
Yes.
Do you do any apprenticeship, or do you have apprentice?
Yes, I have people.
You have apprentice?
Yes, who are under me.
You have apprentice?
Yes.
Are they just trainees? Apprentice is like someone who come learn from you and you pay them.
Yes.
Do you have those people, or you just have a trainee that you don't pay them, they just come and learn the trade?
Yes.
Which one?
Okay, actually, I have 3 people under me training, apprenticeship. And I have some other workers, we go to site, the little money we get, I pay them, they get small, I also get small. So we have...
Are they professionals already?
They are not professionals.
Or you just...
I will instruct them, they assist me, I will instruct them to do this, you do that. While this person is, as I'm talking now, I have my people on site working.
Within this a pandemic season,
okay,
or a pandemic time from the last year and this year, what challenges are you facing in this? What does that mean to you?
When the COVID-19, the coronavirus started, yeah, actually business has been slow because there are some other schools, other construction firms, other things that they needed you to operate for them, to work for them. So when they called that you have to come, I'll invite you this time, I'll invite you this time around to work. When the COVID set in,
when the virus came,
everything is silent because they are not working. So at times too, and there are other people under you. You have to also try to the little you have to also give them
sustain them to everything goes right. That's the question I wanted to ask. That means you still pay them to.
Yes.
I mean, not even full. I mean, you give them some.
You give them some incentives.
Incentives for them to, I mean, survive till the time.
Yes.
Everything will be okay. And then, Naso, what's your location? Where do you have your address or something like this? What's your location?
Okay, my location. I escaped this. I have my personal building website. I operate with. You can Google search Yorda, Y-O-R-D-A, Yorda Technology. You see we do biofuel, biogas construction, and other things. We are also into plumbing. We also do plumbing works, any kind. Our location is in the Ahafo region, Gosu here. We also have a location in Accra and location in our Ashanti region.
What advice will you give it to our young brothers and sisters who are trying, or who are going through back door, through the sea to Europe? Some of them sometimes get perished on the way. And our queens, if I say queens, I always say queens because any African woman is a queen.
Exactly.
Which they go to Arab land or Middle East, from Libya up, to go and work, and they maltreat them. Which advice do you have for those people?
My advice to everybody around that entrepreneurship, working on your own, is the best way you can sustain your living. Because if you consider the big men in Ghana here, you realize even in Africa and beyond, they are all businessmen. There is no teacher,
Thank God.
there is no lawyer, there is no engineer, they are all businessmen. So entrepreneurship is the key to development. So I advise and entreat my brothers outside to always try to put impact on the little knowledge you have. Doing business on your own is the best way to achieve. Do not wait for the government to help you, or do not wait to give bribe to somebody to help you get recruited, because we are all born with intellectual minds. So the little you can do, just be serious on that, and that will actually make you successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Adams.
Thank you.
Thank you for.
Thank you for your time. I'm much grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I love you. Thank you, guys, and God bless you. That's the reason why we are here, Kwamina TV, to promote African businesses, young men like this, entrepreneurs, to promote them home and abroad. Please subscribe, like, share. Don't forget to press the notification bell. With any video that's come, you see the youngest old boy in town.